Well, hello everybody. It's been busy, busy, busy. Lots of phone calls into late last night. Lots of emails. Great information from everybody. It's just going really well. So is our UN resolution. I got massive data today from a lot of folks. So that worked yesterday. That's good. A lot of people are gravitating to it, getting behind it. That's what I like to see. Tonight it's going to be 8 p.m. the presentation because we have a lot of emails to go through and I'm limited during the day. Tina's working on it at home, but we're going to have to come together tonight. So 8 p.m. tonight on the UN resolution on articles. Got lots of feedback from a lot of you. Some really great stuff, some new people. Very exciting. Very well done, everybody. Big congratulations there. Now we're going to talk about Tim Moen. We've been exchanging back and forth here. When I get off work tonight, on the way home, I'm going to give him a call. That's why I'm doing a live through my lunch hour right now for all of you, because I'm going to be busy all the way home, and then it's UN resolution time. So tonight, if you're in the Edmonton area or you're an Albertan, go. And I had a message from several Albertans about this. Shane, Alan, it goes on and on. Lots of you, CCP founding members in Alberta. If you can, get to downtown Edmonton. They have a convention all weekend long. I'll make phone calls here after work as well too. That's important. 7 p.m. Brewster's downtown. Meet Tim Moen. Go through this weekend with them. Find out what you can do to become an MP. I got all the messages from so many folks, and here's what I'm going to say to everybody. You're not quitting our party. We're not ending our party. I'm still going forward with that, but hear me out. If you run for MP right now in this early election, which now I have evidence from a lot of folks reached out to me, took pictures of Liberal EDA offices, so electoral district offices for the campaign are all opening Sunday. That tells me Trudeau's going to be releasing it Saturday night or even on Sunday. So they're already firing up, ready to go. I've got 4 different sources, pictures, office hours starting Sunday. They're 9 to 5. They don't do weekends. So if it's opening on Sunday, it's because of a pending writ drop. That's reality. That's reality. And that's a surefire sign. People said, hey Dave, what do you think of this? To me, I go, that's blatant evidence. An early election is going to be called this weekend if he doesn't drop the writ on Monday. So that's fact. That's facts, guys. We're looking at a September election looking like. Now, I mean, Trudeau can always change his mind. I doubt very much Mary Simon will turn him down. Now, she has the power to. Will she? She hasn't done nothing since she got elected. She got my letter. We're still going there Sunday. We're going to hand a paper copy right at Rideau Hall. I have a major activity to do in Hamilton. Big rally. I can't get back to Alberta, not this month, as well as I'm going to New Brunswick and Quebec City. I'm doing that, Fredericton and Quebec City. We have to finish our provinces. If I ran the party right now, registered, we have more than enough signatures. I don't have all the provinces. We'll get a Section 37, and that's CCP, meaning I'd have to start over for a 338 with a new party. We're not doing that. I'm going to finish the work. We're not making this election, but hear me out. If you all wish to go through with the MP with Libertarian Party, listen to me. You're going to get an experience, a knowledge, a training ahead of a 2025 for the CCP. It's a great way to get your name out there. Don't expect to win anything. You can look at the historical votes on Libertarian, but you get to speak. The media gets to know who you are. You're going to get debates. You're going to get to formulate things. I mean, you have to follow their party's platform. You'll have to learn that. As I talk to Tim Moore, I'm going to go through that after UN resolution. I'm going to go into that early next week. Look at that for all of you. Try to explain it after I talk to Tim, after Tim transitions out of leadership and I speak to the new Libertarian of Canada party leader. So we're going to see how that goes. But hear me out, everybody. You run for MP, you're going to learn a political science education you couldn't buy in any university in Canada. For those who don't know the history of the Libertarian Party, in the United States of America, there are actually 3 parties. Libertarian Party. It's from America. Yes, it's here in Canada. But it does tremendously well. If you look at the last election, you can see how well Libertarian Party did. If you want to fight for rights and freedoms, is it everything CCP? No. And there are some aspects of it I don't like either. I like the national libertarian, the rule of law libertarian that respects everybody's rights. There is a division of libertarians that I don't gravitate to. It's a half and half mix. I like one half of it, not the other. And generally speaking, that's how libertarians are. They're divided. So what you want to do, this is a great education, a great experience, and will only strengthen you for CCP coming if it's 2025. We'll see. But like I said, it's more than likely this is going to be announced this weekend, Saturday night or Sunday. If you're in Alberta or anywhere in Canada following me, you have the resources, fly out to Alberta, go to Edmonton. The Libertarian Party of Canada's convention is this weekend. You're going to learn everything you need to know, and then some. I'm still going to do it next week, but if you want an early jump, or if you're in Alberta or at least in the Edmonton area, I suggest you all go. I'm going to reach out to a lot of people here later tonight. I'm going to say, hey, everybody, go. Brewster's tonight, 7 p.m. Alberta time. Go meet Tim Moen. It's worth it, and you'll have an opportunity that never comes around. A key unlocked. I would do it, and I may yet do it too. I don't know. It's great exposure for everybody. It lets you learn the media, learn the system, learn what you can expect in a real election with the CCP. Thanks, everybody. That's my video today. Oh, one more. Jason Kenney, Vladimir Putin, Joe Biden. So I have to get this off my chest. Dirty, filthy Premier Jason Kenney with Aaron O'Toole can all look at this at the Conservative Convention last year, just before the election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Both Aaron O'Toole and Jason Kenney in the province of Alberta, live on Zoom in the convention to all Conservative membership, absolutely endorsed Joe Biden. I did not. I endorsed Donald Trump. He lost. I accepted that Biden's the president of America. I go forward as best I can with the new administration. It's actually going really well. We all know KXL was canceled by Biden. We knew that was going to happen. Why would Jason Kenney and Aaron O'Toole sponsor him and congratulate him on winning the presidency? Not only that, give him their vote of confidence going forward. Now in the face of all that, Joe Biden is importing Russian oil, as are many of the G7. Only the crown colonial countries of G7, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, are following Joe Biden exclusively, without any reservations. Everybody else is going with Vladimir Putin, his natural gas, and his oil. And now even Joe Biden is going with Russia over Canada. How did you not know this, Jason Kenney? How incompetent and idiotic are you really? An idiocrat, an autocrat, and an idiocrat. That's the reality. Albertans, Canadians, we can't have dumbbell politicians running our country or our provinces anymore. With no accountability, zero rules of governance, zero rules on how to govern. We need smart people to set this up, to educate all of you in constitutionalism. So if you do screw up with the elected official, you don't keep going down the toilet with them while they rape, pillage, and plunder you. That's reality. We all know Jason Kenney's going to be out, but he's wealthier than he's ever been in the poorest going down the worst province in the country. And then he cries like a baby and says, oh, look, Vladimir Putin, Joe Biden, oh, look how bad Joe Biden is. You sponsored him, you and O'Toole. You even congratulated his win. You said Donald Trump was garbage. You sponsored Joe Biden live to the entire conservative membership. I watched you live, Jason Kenney. You're a big fat liar. And you lied to all Albertans like somehow you think that you cared, or, oh, look how bad he is. Russia's a P5 member. All of the G7 have gone with Vladimir Putin, now including the United States of America. All that's left is the crown colonial autocrats, bought and paid for. So Jason's getting his pockets filled, stuffed full of money from all kinds of people, including the Democrat favorites. But why? Because they can. It's not that they're evil, it's because Jason Kenney leaves the door wide open for him. And then he goes to all of you and says, oh, we're a victim. You're a perpetrator, Jason Kenney. You're a corrupt politician, incompetent, lazy, useless, entitled. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that in 2021 in this world, we get bamboozled like that, and so many Canadians have no idea. Jason Kenney is the worst premier to hit Alberta possibly forever. He trumped Rachel Notley. Do you know that Rachel Notley's getting 3 times the donations right now than Jason Kenney? That's coming from all those who voted for her the first time, because it's flip-flop, same as Liberal Conservative. We're going to see the NDP get elected in Alberta again. Why? Because you have corrupt politicians. Completely corrupt. It's sad. It's scary. And if you think that any of this is an accident, it's not. Jason Kenney knew this was going to happen, but he chose to do it anyway, and then he cries like a baby to everybody like somehow he's a victim when he's the perpetrator. And he got filthily rich. The man is so incompetent and stupid with no education, yet somehow he's the greatest in personal portfolio investor in the history of Alberta during a pandemic and during an historic economic crash. Somehow he's become the greatest Wall Street investor personal portfolio in the history of North America in a slumping to the garbage can economy. Worst ever seen in Alberta history. And Jason Kenney has made the most money. Well, that's corruption, everybody. It's not because he's a good investor. Look at all the boobs he's made, the boo-boos for the country, for the province of Alberta, for the country of Canada. And then he sits there going, oh, it didn't work out. Do you think nuclear is going to work out? No, we're getting screwed. Well, those politicians get filthily rich. Anywhere else within a 6,000-mile radius, those kinds of politicians go to jail. They're held to account. It's called treason. But not in Canada. That's called a good first-class citizen. You really stuck it to the third class. You got away with it. Sad. That's my video. Share. All verifiable. Absolutely 100% true. And every UCP member knows it's true that joined that Zoom. You know that he sponsored Biden. So did O'Toole. They congratulate him. They told him he's great. He's going to work with Alberta and Canada. Yeah, right. Over Russia? They're a P5 member, a fellow ally. Canada is listed in children's genocide as of 6 weeks ago. You think Joe Biden's going to do any deals for Canada right now? He's been running on a campaign for the last 2 months. If any of you bother to watch, you're going to find that Joe Biden acknowledges monarchies and autocracy, and it's no good. USA's learned the very sick truth of what Canada really is. And they're not going to be standing up for Canada. It's been proven several times. I just proved it on the highest platform internationally. And now Joe Biden's gone with Putin over Alberta, over Canada. Reality, can't make this stuff up. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tonight. Resolution part 4. Lots of emails. We're going to go through it and share it all with you. It's going just fabulous. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.